All right, so we're going to talk about Ryan Coogler's first short, or at least the first one listed on his IMDb and that we are aware of. Could have fucked around with a video camera in high school or something, or in a previous school, but this is the first one we are aware of, at least. This is Ryan Coogler's Locks. This is his first, I guess, film at USC Film School that we know about, that we can find, and it is listed. It is also his first collaboration with Ludwig Göransson, I think, who would go on to do the music for his other things like Black Panther. I think he did. Did he do Creed and stuff? I'm not sure, but I know he did Black Panther, and he obviously did the Mandalorian theme, and he did music for Community, and he did stuff with Donald Glover. He's a really cool person. But this is an interesting film, but it is more the Fruitvale Station Ryan Coogler than the populist big blockbuster director Ryan Coogler, who I sort of like more. But basically what this is Locks is not actually about keys and locks, which I was dumb enough to think for a little bit in the film it was, until I looked at Sarah and went, oh, I don't think it's about he's not going to pick a lock or something like that. But it's about this guy who, you see him get up, you see him walk around his neighborhood, you see him look at things, people say hi to him, and you see this guy, he has dreadlocks, he has a hoodie, all this stuff, walk around. You see him sort of envision himself with a little girl, also with dreadlocks, and then go, I kind of have to spoil this, but it's not, I think it's okay, sorry. Then he decides to basically shave his head, and it's revealed that his younger sister has a shaved head to show solidarity with her. But it also gets into, which I actually think is what I like about this film, is it shows like how much of your hairstyle and how much of the way you look, and particularly like dreadlocks, which is the thing that as a white person I have the distinct knowledge to not really comment on in a shitty way, but it is, I'm not going to say something shitty or stupid. What I'm going to say is I think there are certain hairstyles that matter to you as both culturally, matter to you as a person, and matter to you a lot in terms of your identity and everything like that. And I think even if you were shaving your head for, a good reason, which is for his little sister and for his family and stuff, that's still something, that's a hard walk. You know what I mean? And I thought that was interesting, filming that and understanding like he is doing the right thing and what family represents and love for family and everything like that, which I think this film represents. And I do think like that is something, the weight of your image and who you are and stuff is something that goes through all of Coogler's other films. I have not seen Sinners when I'm shooting this, but if you look at, from Black Panther to Creed to Fruitvale Station, even Wakanda Forever, they're each about your identity and what you represent to that culture, and what you represent to your family, what you represent to yourself. And I thought that was all enclosed in Locks, and it really hits you. I love how this film encapsulated all that, and it kind of shows, it's very much a early film school short film, which is what it is, and you're supposed to learn, and I'm not criticizing for that. But it's interesting to see what he does. It does have a part of Coogler stuff that I don't like, actually, because I like him as a director. I think I've generally given him good reviews. I'm not the biggest fan of Fruitvale Station because I feel that when that character is, and person in real life is shot by the cop, the film leading up to that is like, well, he was a really good person and he was hanging out with this kid. I think it's his kid, or it's his, I forget. There was a kid he was hanging out with. I don't know the relationship with it. Like it very overly shows that, well, he was a good guy and he was trying to turn things around and stuff. And my thing with that is, morally, I don't need him to be a good guy. He should not have been shot by the police officer. It does not, I don't love how morally, and in this also, it's like, oh, all this is going on, but this guy is a good person. In my mind, I don't think the narrative needs to oversell that he's a good person. I don't love that tendency of Coogler's, because morally, I'm like, I don't think he should have been shot at all. Like, it didn't matter if he, woke up right before he went on the train to a New Year's party. None of that mattered to me at all. He should not have been shot. I don't love the whole like, well, he was a good person and therefore he shouldn't have been shot. He was a person and therefore he shouldn't have been shot. Is my thing with it, basically. I understand what he's trying to do, but anyway, I don't love that about him and when he's doing the more realistic drama stuff. Because, like, I don't know, I actually think in terms of like Creed or Black Panther, Adonis Creed is not always a great person, and does, even though he's motivated and he becomes a better person, does stupid and shitty things. And I think when Coogler was able to have more complex main characters in a sense, or have more nuance to them, it works a lot better than him trying to say like, well, this person is a good person. I understand the tendency though, and I think it works better in this actually than in Fruitvale, although I think Fruitvale has other things and is a good movie and well directed. I just, the morals of it I disagree with, but I think we both agree that he shouldn't have been killed, basically. Anyway, sorry, this is my long time issue with Fruitvale Station, but I do like what he did with it. I thought particularly plays Dante, who I believe is the main character, Turin Robinson, I thought did a good job, and he never really says anything. There's no dialogue, and I thought he was a good actor. He's been in a lot of shorts, but he was a good actor in it. I thought he did it well. It's a hard role to do when you're not really speaking. And I thought he was really good. I like this film. It was a nice short, and it kind of shows you do get a sense and continuity of Coogler as a director and who he would be. And I definitely see a line from this to Fruitvale, although there are 2 other shorts that he made after this one. I do want to kind of continue the Coogler thing, and maybe every time he has a movie, I'll do a short film.